What's up, BioWareers, and welcome back to yet another amazing episode of Inform Overload with me, your host, Matthew Stephen. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the shocking accusations made towards Henry Cavill and how Avatar 2 is being called out for cultural appropriation and the dating rumors surrounding Davidson. A celebrity gossip account posted a story recently of Henry Cavill allegedly getting fired from The Witcher for being toxic towards women. There has always been a lot of chatter about the former Man of Steel actor. There have always been speculations from people meeting the actor on casual accounts. Some women who find him attractive tend to speak wonders about him, and there have even been some dark rumors that have always surrounded the actor. When Cavill quit the Witcher franchise because he indeed thought he would be playing the role of Superman for a few more years, there are rumors that he had actually gotten fired from production. For the most part, Cavill is always approachable and decent. However, a new account of his on-set behavior is making the rounds. The rumor is that Cavill was fired from the Witcher franchise because of his toxic behavior against women. He has been accused of treating women writers, the director, and other people from the production team with disrespect. A transcript of the Deux Moi podcast reveals that Henry Cavill allegedly became impossible to work with for his role in The Witcher. He would try to overrule the female showrunner, and female writers and directors were suddenly completely ignored on set and unable to do their jobs. But let's be clear on the fact that Deux Moi sometimes has reliable information and sometimes they don't. However, these rumors of his toxic behavior are not new. He's been accused of this many times in the past, and specifically in the workplace. The sad part of the entire story rests on the fact that the allegations were made by an apparent someone who went on to a monologue, a well-articulated scathing criticism against the actor who has been nothing short of Shakespearean in his speeches. Whatever purpose the allegations held against Cavill were expected to serve, it has drawn more ridicule than concern on the people's part. If people had paid attention to the building narrative of the television and movie industry, they would know that Henry Cavill is smack dab at the center of all of it. Ranging from Netflix's epic high fantasy series The Witcher to the DC Universe's Superman, the actor has played and lost it all. But the worst part of the story is that the Brit was left behind in favor of a more malleable actor who would preferably nod along with the production's demands. As for the actor himself, there have been no official statements from him refuting these claims. The online crowd doesn't expect Henry Cavill to justify or defend himself against the allegations, since yet again, it is all hearsay. With no credibility attached to the transcript and no arguments backing up the half-cooked allegations, it would be surprising if the report goes far without being questioned about its authenticity. Now on to our next topic of the day, Avatar 2, which is being called out for having white savior complex. Some Avatar critics are accusing film director James Cameron of cultural appropriation. The Avatar 2, The Way of Water director 68 is accused of stealing themes, history, and imagery from Native American and indigenous cultures for his latest blockbuster. The film dropped in theaters on December 16, 2022. While the film grossed over $435 million worldwide in its first week, many are calling for it to be boycotted. Some users who saw the film were left angry and immediately tweeted their reactions. They called it racist, pointing out that most Na'vi tribespeople are played by people of color, whereas technologically savvy are played by white cast members. Some indicated that despite the movie being mediocre, it still isn't a flop. The sequel to the 2009 hit Avatar is about colonizers who attempt to take the land of native people. In Cameron's version, humans have been forced off Earth due to its dwindling resources. But much like the first movie, it has a predominantly all-white cast, playing the fictional aliens, minus Zoe Saldana, a black Latina actress, and Cliff Curtis, who is of Maori descent. Native American influencer Begay is speaking out against the film. She simply said the viewers to not watch the film The Way of Water. Begay, who is also the co-chair of Indigenous Pride LA, joins natives and other indigenous groups around the world in boycotting this, as she put it, horrible and racist film. Begay also said that indigenous cultures were appropriated in a harmful manner to satisfy a white man's savior complex. The influencer referenced a 2010 interview the Titanic director gave The Guardian, where he revealed that he went to Brazil and visited the Xingu people of the Amazon, a trip that made him reflect on the experience of the North American Indians and ultimately inspired him to make the first Avatar film. After the release of the 2009 film, the term blueface became shorthanded, alleging the Avatar universe's appropriation accusation, per Newsweek, with the implication that the franchise's representation of the Na'vi as Native Americans carried the same racist undertones associated with blackface or yellowface. The director is yet to comment on the current backlash. Cameron said in a statement, Avatar is but a science fiction retelling of the history of North and South America in the early colonial period. Avatar very pointedly made reference to the colonial period in the Americas with its conflict and bloodshed between the military aggressors from Europe and the indigenous peoples. Cameron has since then been slammed by social media users for his inspiration for the film. One person tweeted, "Why watch a ridiculous movie about blue aliens when you could just support actual indigenous people and our struggle for clean water here on Earth?" Yeah, we do exist. With The Way of Water hitting theaters and Cameron's comments resurfacing, others have chimed in. Dr. Joanna Brewer of Smith College tweeted, "James Cameron apparently made Avatar to inspire all my dad ancestors to fight harder. F right off with the white savior complex, bud. And everyone, please go watch a real native movie instead of the badly appropriated blue trash." According to ABC News, the Titanic director denied that the movie was racist. He explained that the film allows one to open their eyes and truly see others, respecting their differences to prevent conflict and live harmoniously. In an open letter to Cameron regarding Avatar 2, Begay wrote, "This is unacceptable. Black and indigenous people are more than enough to play aliens based on us. We should have been the ones whose faces and voices appeared onto the screen. We are the experts in portraying our hurt, suffering, and more importantly, our resilience. Make it right. Hire us, hire our experts in your writing rooms, as your consultants, as your talent, as your leaders. Stop trying to lead. You are not our leader. You are an outsider, a guest to our lands and culture. Act like it." Not everyone found the movie racist, and they took to Twitter to state the same. They prompted everyone to just enjoy the spectacle. One person wrote, "I'm a native and Avatar is good." One person said, "The movies are versatile enough for the general public to swallow the big pill of talk around colonization." As we continue today's episode, we'd like to hear your thoughts, so leave us a comment below and let us know your opinion. Now let's talk about the dating rumors surrounding our ex-SNL host Pete Davidson. Late Night Rendezvous Chase and Pete, or just so-called friends? Who really knows? Pete Davidson and CSW were spotted at Pete's place late at night, and while we've all been told they're just great friends, some of the photos that captured the two seem to tell a different story. Pete, 29, attempted to go unnoticed by wearing a gray hoodie and sweatpants. Chase, 26, wore a baseball cap, jeans, and a jacket. The two were spotted late Monday night arriving at Davidson's apartment in New York City, and they seem to have been having a great time with each other yet again. Dating rumors have been circulating, but a rep for Pete shot them down immediately, telling TMZ that the pair are definitely not an item, but instead great friends, and they have been since they met filming Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Wonders was recently romantically linked to Riverdale actor Charles Melton. Earlier this year, they seemingly confirmed their relationship by packing on the PDA in New York City. Back in July, Melton had made it Instagram official by posting a photo of Chase at a baseball game. The two were wearing matching Brooklyn Cyclone hats as Charles wrapped his arms around her, but it looks like she's moved on because she seems to be getting along really well with Davidson. Over the weekend, Pete and Chase were seen shopping at a Whole Foods in Brooklyn, and while waiting at the checkout, they were spotted exchanging smiles. Wonders does appear to be a significant part of Davidson's life, even though he is in a relationship with Emily Ratajkowski, despite the fact that it is unknown what role she may be in the new program series titled Bupkis, which is a fictionalized heightened version of Davidson's own life. Davidson and the model who started dating last month are apparently still going strong and getting a little more serious. A Hollywood insider added that the 31-year-old and comedian are really enjoying their time together and have similar vibes, personality-wise and style-wise. However, their relationship could merely be infatuation, as the both stars had recently gone through breakups. The rumored couple was seen getting a bit cozy at the model's New York City apartment, which nearly came as a nod at the two stars mingling. There have also been rumors that Davidson's mother, Amy Waters, wished to meet Ratajkowski, as well as hoping that her son would finally settle down. Well, that's all we have for today's episode. I'm your host, Matthew Stephen, and if you like this video, please hit that like button, and while you're at it, why not subscribe? And I'll catch you all in the next video. Ciao!